Since 2003, this is the Sports Source, East Tennessee's #1 sports talk show.
Brought to you by Junk Be Gone and the Garza Law Firm.
With your host, John Pennington. The Sports Source starts now.
Good Sunday morning. Welcome into the Sports Source. We're happy to have you join us today. We are doing a big Tennessee season preview. And as I was putting the show together this week, I had 1,000 questions that I was going to weed down, and I thought, let's just do it like a quiz show. Let's just leave it at a game of 20 questions, and we'll put as many questions in here as possible. We've got 5 other analysts on the show today. I'm going to play Wink Martindale, Alex Trebek, whatever you want, and we're going to run through about 16 questions about the Vols, and then 3 or 4 questions about SEC coaches and teams. So it's going to be a full season preview over the next 90 minutes. Again, thank you for joining us. Let's get right into it. First segment of today's little game show is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. If you run a business, you know how important it is to rely on other solid quality businesses. You have to. And that's why wise East Tennessee companies partner with Junk Be Gone. Trust them for your paper shredding, removing junk, even old office furniture, when you remodel your offices. Junk Be Gone does it all, and just a tremendous company. Not only do they do stuff for your home, but they are great on a company-to-company basis. JunkBeGone.biz to learn more. Okay, let's welcome in the first wave of panelists today. We have from WNML AM and FM, Josh Ward. Josh, thanks for being here.
Thanks, John.
Next to him, also from WNML AM and FM, Jimmy Himes. Jimmy, thank you for being here.
Thanks, John.
And down there, former UT beat writer, current national writer. You moving on up, David Oven.
Indeed.
From The Athletic, where you can find him at theathletic.com. David, congratulations and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Joe Milton, we're jumping right in. Joe Milton appears to be in the catbird seat for the starting quarterback position at this point. Started getting more practice reps this week. Okay. But I'm going to take this in a broader direction. Let's say he's the starter for the opener. How many starting quarterbacks will Tennessee use this year? How many starters do you think Tennessee will have to use? And granted, part of that comes into injury, but just basing this off history, the SEC, what you think of Milton, what are you looking at?
And Tennessee.
And Tennessee.
Because fans have been down this road many times. So.
I don't know if you've got this. I've got a stat that's just going to blow people's hair back. I don't know if you've done this math or not, but go ahead.
So the coaching staff, the fan base would love for the answer to be 1. I just can't confidently go with that number. I'm going to say 2. I don't know how confident I am there. We're at 3 scholarship quarterbacks. You don't want the number to be higher than that, even though Tennessee has seen it go higher than 3 before not that long ago. But I'll say 2.
Yeah, I'll say it won't be 4.
Right.
I'm between 2 and 3. I'm going to probably go. I'll go with 2. I think they'll end up starting 2, and that's whether Milton is hurt, whether he's ineffective in the game, whatever. I can't imagine them. They've started 3 quarterbacks an awful lot in the last decade, haven't they? But I'm going to go with 2 starting quarterbacks this year.
I guess I'm the only one that sticks with 1. I think a combination of things. 1, Josh Heupel is not like Jeremy Pruitt in that he doesn't really believe that quarterback is just like any other position. He wants that to be the guy, so he's not going to tinker. 2, this offense relies a lot on quick throws. I don't think he's going to get hit that much. And when he does run the ball and he does get hit, last I checked, he's like 240 pounds. I think he's going to be able to handle some of those hits. So I'm sticking with 1, Milton, the whole way.
You can tell which one of these guys hasn't covered Tennessee as long as the others because we're waiting for. What about when the lights collapse and crush one of the quarterbacks?
Make sure the new LEDs are well
there's
hung.
always something with Tennessee.
He could fall on somebody's helmet.
That's right. You don't want to trip over a helmet. That can happen at
before
Tennessee.
It's been perilous.
Here's the number. UT has used at least 3 starting quarterbacks in 5 of the last 10 years. Over the last decade, half those seasons, you've had at least 3 quarterbacks. 2019, 2017, 2014, 2013, 2011. You want to talk about all the reasons that Tennessee struggled over the years. You can just drop back to that. There aren't going to be many teams that do well when they're playing 3 different quarterbacks. I mean, and to do that 5 times in 10 years.
It's remarkable. 2013, Josh Dobbs was technically quarterback 4. They were going to redshirt him. Riley Ferguson was injured without starting, so they had to go to QB 4 because QB 1 through 3 were all out.
Which, who knows how that changes things if he doesn't have to play and he can come back for that last year in 2017. Again, Tennessee and their bad luck. So I'm going to go 2. All right.
Well, there's another factor, too. Milton lost his job in Michigan, right? And I don't know all the reasons. Maybe they asked him to do stuff that wasn't easy for him. Maybe Tennessee is going to be more friendly with him. So that's another reason I'm a little bit leery with just one.
Sure. Okay. Give me a comp for Joe Milton in terms of for the folks out there, for former SEC quarterbacks, former UT quarterbacks. Is there someone that he reminds you of in terms of build, arm, speed, etc.? Is there a comp for Joe Milton that you can give the folks out there? And we'll start down there.
Yeah, I mean, so listen. Let's. I don't want to hear gaffes when I say it, but
I know where you're going.
The Cam Newton stuff is not that fair. But I'll go to another SEC quarterback who had not the greatest luck at the next level, but Jamarcus Russell did not do well at the pros for a number of reasons.
Great college player.
Yes, but in the college ranks, his final season, he completed 67% of his passes, threw for 28 scores. Listen, when Milton throws the ball, for Tennessee fans who have not seen it yet, it jumps out of there. I mean, it is insane. And so I think that big arm aspect of it is really going to be something to watch. And I think he's going to be really productive in this offense. So for me, the Cam stuff feels a little bit premature, even though I think he's got similar legs and similar build. But the Jamarcus, that arm strength, I think, is really something that jumps out to me.
I didn't want to go Cam Newton because he won a Heisman Trophy. Right?
Yeah, it's a little unfair.
He's one of the all-time greatest college football players.
And the guy that I had, Jamarcus Russell.
There you go.
But Milton with more speed. He's faster than Russell.
Way faster.
And the build, the arm, it's all similar. And Russell was a very good college quarterback, but Milton can run. He's got some wheels on him. But that's who I wrote down, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, and they appropriately have to step outside of Tennessee's history because Tennessee fans haven't seen this, I don't think. Maybe the arm with Tyler Bray. I mean, that would be a comparison because Bray had a bazooka. To this point, performance-wise, there's a Jarrett Garantano comparison, and that's what Josh Heupel's trying to change. The results for Joe Milton were not what they wanted at Michigan. That's why, at least part of the reason he's not there anymore. Can Josh Heupel, who's had success with all other quarterbacks he's coached, change Joe Milton's projection and trajectory in college?
As a longtime Raiders fan, I noticed you didn't go down the Jamarcus Russell path with these two. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I was busy thinking about all of the Hall of Famers the Raiders passed on to take Jamarcus Russell. Yes.
I don't know if you can see it, but Josh just kind of went into the shakes. Jamarcus Russell got mentioned. All right. Tell you what, when we come back, what position group will be Tennessee's best this year? What position group will leave Tennessee fans pulling their hair out this year? We got a lot more to come. And by the way, if you heard that, what sounded like a train whistle, that was a train whistle. So, yeah, outside we had a train whistle. When we come back, we'll be talking position groups. We're going to go through the entire season, including will the Vols go bowling, how many wins will they have, who's the most overrated coach in the SEC, et cetera, going back on the Sports Source.